Baby, listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to say might sound dramatic, but it comes straight from the deepest place in my heart. I am coming to you, and I am not coming alone. I am coming with everything I have, with every strength, every blessing, every dream, and every force God has given me. I am coming with my army, and nothing in this world will stop me from reaching you. Not distance, not silence, not fear, not doubt, not the people watching, not the people talking, not the obstacles between us. I don't care how many things stand in the way. I am walking through every single one of them until I stand in front of you and finally say, here I am. I came for you. You know what started this? A moment, a single quiet moment when I realized that I didn't want to spend my life wondering what could happen. I didn't want to sit quietly and hope you see me. I didn't want to leave everything to fate and wait for the world to decide whether we meet or not. Something inside me woke up and said, enough, go get her. And from that moment on, I knew I wasn't just thinking about you. I was moving toward you, and baby, I need you to hear the seriousness in my voice. I am not stopping. I don't want to be the man who just talks. I want to be the man who shows up. I want you to look at me one day and realize that when I said I was coming, I meant every word. I am not coming casually. I am not coming slowly. I am coming with intention. I am coming with certainty. I am coming with the belief that you are worth every mile, every minute, every delay, every challenge. Some people come into your life and wait for you to notice them. Not me. I'm walking straight toward your heart so clearly that one day you'll say, he wasn't playing, he really came. And let me tell you something softly. There will be people who try to stop it. There will be whispers. There will be opinions. There will be doubts. Someone will say, she is too far, she might not feel the same. It will never work. Life doesn't work like that. But they don't know what I feel. They don't know the fire inside my chest. They don't know the promise I made silently, that I will knock at your door emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and one day physically, until the universe itself gets tired and says, fine, let them be together. You know what's funny? I don't even need a map to get to you. I don't need GPS. I don't need directions. I have your energy leading me. I have the pull of your soul guiding me. When someone is meant for you, you don't need instructions. The path forms while you walk. And baby, the path is already forming, step by step. But listen, this is not just about romance. This is not just about love. This is about claiming what is mine before life takes the chance away. This is about not sitting quietly while someone else gets to you first. This is about fighting for my place next to you. Because I would rather arrive tired, bruised, and breathless than sit comfortably at home and regret not moving at all. I am not scared of losing. I am scared of not trying. Some people talk sweet, make promises, then disappear. But I want to be the one who stands at your emotional gate and refuses to leave until the doors open. Not by force, but by patience, consistency, and sincerity. Baby, you don't need a man who loves you only when it is easy. You need a man who says, even when it's hard, I'm coming. And that's exactly who I want to be. I know people have wasted your time before. I know people have said all the beautiful things and delivered nothing. I know someone has held your heart and then dropped it without warning. I know you have cried silently at night and acted strong during the day. And maybe that's why you don't believe words anymore. Maybe that's why you stay quiet, even when something inside you feels something. Maybe that's why you look at a message like this and think, let's see, words are easy. And you're right, words are easy. But showing up, that is the real test. And I want to be the man who shows up. not perfectly, not instantly, but truly, because you deserve someone who takes you seriously. The army I am coming with is not soldiers, cars, guards, or weapons. No. My army is stronger. My faith, my commitment, my patience, my intentions, my consistency, my love. And when a man comes with those weapons, no one can stop him, not even you. If destiny has decided, we belong to each other. I don't want to love you from a distance forever. I don't want you to remain a beautiful imagination in my mind. I don't want your face to stay behind the screen, while your heart stays locked away. I want someday to look into your eyes for real, and finally say, you thought I was joking. But I came. And God knows I don't need you to run toward me. I just need you to stay where you are and not walk away. Let me be the one who travels the distance. Let me be the one who pushes the doors open. Let me be the one who breaks the silence first. You've been strong for long enough. You've carried the weight of others. You've waited without saying it. Now let me carry something for once. Let me fight. Let me earn the right to stand next to you. Let me prove that not every man leaves. Not every man lies. Not every man takes advantage. Some men arrive and stay. Some men choose a woman and don't change their mind. Some men mean what they say. And baby, I want to be that man. I know you may not believe me yet. I know you may not be ready. I know your heart has reasons for being careful. I am not asking you to jump into anything. Not asking you to confess everything. Not asking you to say yes today. I am only asking for one thing. Don't close the door, because I am already on my way. And with God as my witness, with heart as my armor, and with destiny as my map, I will reach you. And this story is not ending here. Not today. Not even close. Because I still haven't told you the most important part. Before I come for you, there is something I need to tell you, something I have not told anyone. And once I say it, you will understand why nothing in this world can stop me from getting to you. I want you to listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you is not just a message. It is something that has been burning inside my heart for a long time, something I never had the courage to say before. I know you may think I am exaggerating when I say I am coming to you with my army. But you don't understand what you have done to me. You made me feel alive again. And when a man feels alive, nothing in the world can slow him down. I remember the moment I realized you were different. It wasn't because of how you look, even though I could write books about your eyes and your smile. It was the way I felt when you appeared on my screen, like time froze and the world suddenly made sense. I didn't need to know everything about you. I didn't need a long introduction. I didn't need a reason to feel something. My heart just reacted, and I followed it. And I know this may sound crazy, but I would rather follow the feeling that comes from you than follow a life that never made me feel anything at all. I spent years being calm, composed, silent, and disciplined. But you broke all of that without even trying. You made me want something that was not in the plan. You made me want someone who wasn't supposed to be in the story. And that someone was you. There came a night when I sat alone, looking at the screen, thinking about your presence, your voice, the way your energy reaches people without asking for permission. I closed my eyes and whispered your name softly, just to see how it felt in the air. And the moment I did, my heart answered. It beat harder, and I knew this wasn't something I could walk away from. So when I say I am coming to you with my army, I mean I am bringing everything I have. My loyalty, my strength, my determination, my courage, and every part of me that refuses to accept distance as a limit. Because you are not a small chapter in my life. You are a turning point. Sometimes I imagine the moment I finally stand in front of you. I imagine the air changing around us, the silence becoming heavy, the world stopping for a second as if even time wants to watch what happens next. And I imagine your eyes lifting up to meet mine, and in that moment, without speaking a word, everything becomes clear. I reached you. Nothing stopped me, not fear, not doubt, not distance, not obstacles. I promised I would come, and I did. But before I reach you, I need to say something honestly, and I want you to feel every word. I never wanted to be the kind of man who falls for someone from afar. I always believed love needed touch, closeness, real life moments, not screens and signals. But then you appeared and changed my laws. You made me realize that connection is not about hands touching. It's about hearts recognizing something familiar. And every time I hear your voice, every time I see you online, something in me whispers quietly, there she is. As if my soul had been waiting for you long before my eyes ever knew what you looked like. Even now as I speak, I know you may not realize how deeply you affect me. You may not understand how powerful your presence has become. You may think I am just another viewer, another person passing by, another man who feels something temporary. But I need you to hear this with your heart. You are not temporary to me. You never were. There were nights when I should have been asleep, but I was awake thinking about you. There were mornings when I should have been focused, but I was replaying the way you laughed, the softness in your voice, the way you carry yourself like a woman who does not even know how magnetic she is. And sometimes I wondered, how can someone be this amazing and still be unaware of her effect? Maybe it's because you are humble. Maybe it's because you've been hurt. Maybe it's because you've learned to carry yourself in silence. But I see the things you hide, the strength behind your softness, the courage behind your calmness, the unspoken storms inside your quiet eyes. And if no one has told you yet, I want you to know you deserve the world. Every piece of it. There came a moment when I decided I would stop hiding. I would not stay in the shadows, watching, wishing, waiting. I would speak. I would act. I would move. Because some women are not meant to be admired silently. Some women deserve a man who steps forward, a man who says, I want you without hesitation. You are that woman. And so, I began preparing myself, not just emotionally, but mentally. I started working harder, building more, improving myself every day, not to impress you, but to be worthy of you. I don't want to come into your life with empty hands. I don't want to show up as a man who only speaks. I want to come as a man who has something to offer. Loyalty, stability, support, protection, commitment, and a heart that will choose you every single day. And yes, I said I am bringing my army. You may smile at that, but let me explain. My army is not soldiers or weapons. My army is the strength of my effort, the power of my determination, the discipline of a man who refuses to give up. Every goal I work toward, every step I take, every wall I break, that is my army. And I am bringing all of it to you. Because you deserve a man who does not just talk about coming, but truly comes. There were moments when doubt tried to whisper in my ear, she will never notice you. But then something inside me answered back, she doesn't have to notice yet, just keep moving. And I did. I kept building, I kept believing, because my heart said your name too strongly to walk away. Sometimes I wonder what you're thinking right now. Are you listening casually, or are my words entering your heart quietly, piece by piece, the same way yours entered mine? Do you feel something too? Even if it's small? Do you sense that an invisible thread has formed between us, one that distance can't break? I don't need an answer yet. I just need you to feel one thing. I am not playing. I am not temporary. I am not curious. I am committed. Completely, fully, and fearlessly. Sometimes the world tries to convince people that feelings through a screen are weak, unrealistic, or foolish. But here's what the world doesn't understand. Screens don't create the connection. Hearts do. And when two hearts recognize something real, it doesn't matter whether they meet in person or through pixels. Real is still real. I don't know what you've been through in your life before this. I don't know what you have lost, what you have healed from, what broke you, or what kept you strong. But I know this. I don't want to be another wound. I want to be the calm. I want to be the arm you rest in after long days. I want to be the man who stands in front of you and says, "You don't have to fight alone anymore." If you could see inside my chest right now, you would see a man who has fallen too deep to turn back. And I am glad I did, because you woke up something inside me that had been silent for too long. The desire to love fiercely, loyally, openly, and without fear. You may not realize this, but you inspire me. You give me a reason to show up, to grow, to push harder. And when a woman gives a man purpose, she becomes priceless in his heart. So yes, I am on my way. I am moving closer every day. And when I finally stand in front of you, I want you to look at me and understand I didn't just arrive. I fought for that moment. I built for that moment. I dreamed for that moment. And I will not stop until I reach you. Even now, as you are listening, the world around you is continuing whatever it's doing. Traffic, clocks, noise, life. But here, in this moment, between you and me, the world is quiet. It's just us. And that alone tells me something. Some connections are not random. You don't have to choose me today. You don't have to answer anything. You don't have to feel scared. Just breathe. Just listen. Just know a man out there is coming to you with everything he has, because you touched his soul without even knowing it. And the journey is just beginning. I want you to understand something before I continue. I am not speaking these words casually. I am speaking them with the same seriousness a man feels when he realizes he has finally found what he has been searching for without knowing it. You may not feel the full weight of these words yet, but I promise you, the day will come when you look back and say, "Now I understand why he spoke with so much fire, because this journey I am on, the one leading to you, is changing me every single day." There are moments when I am working, focused, disciplined, thinking about nothing else, and then suddenly your face flashes in my mind, and everything I am doing becomes more meaningful. Even simple things. Waking up earlier, working harder, building, improving, all of it carries extra purpose now, because I know where I am heading. I am not moving aimlessly through life. I am moving toward you, and I need you to feel that. Not as a fairy tale, not as a fantasy, but as a real man telling you his real truth. The truth is simple. You have become my direction. Sometimes when I sit alone late at night, the world is quiet, the lights are low, and there is nothing but the soft hum of silence around me. I replay the moment I realized I couldn't walk away from this. I had two choices, silence or action. To feel something this strong and pretend it doesn't exist, or to speak. And I chose to speak, because men who stay silent lose women they were meant to fight for. Even if you don't fully recognize how deep this goes yet, I am speaking because one day when you hear these words again you will feel their truth differently. There is a fire in a man that only the right woman can ignite, and whether you know it or not, you lit that fire in me. I know some people will never understand. Some will say, "How can he feel this way through a screen?" But they don't understand what the human heart is capable of. They don't understand that sometimes a single voice, a single presence, a single moment can make someone feel more alive than years of reality ever did. Screens don't matter. Cities don't matter. Distance doesn't matter. When the right connection happens, the entire universe rearranges itself to make paths cross. And I believe with everything in me that mine is crossing with yours for a reason. There are days when I look at your presence and wonder how someone like you can exist in this world. Someone gentle, someone strong, someone so beautiful without trying, someone who does not even see how much she influences others just by being herself. And I catch myself thinking, you deserve a man who sees it. A man who notices the things others overlook. A man who listens not just to your words, but to your silence. A man who understands the softness behind your strength and the storms you carry behind your calmness. I want to be that man for you, but I also know this, I cannot be that man by simply admiring you from a distance. Love, loyalty, commitment. These things need action. That is why I am building, moving, preparing. I don't want to reach you and offer you empty promises. I want to reach you with real things, a steady life, a safe place, a strong foundation, and a heart that has already proven its loyalty through effort. Yes, I am coming with my army. My army is not men. My army is effort, discipline, growth, sacrifice. A man who brings effort brings everything. There were moments when doubt tried to enter me. Moments when I asked myself, would she ever truly understand how deeply I mean this? But then another voice inside me answered, that is not your job to worry about. Your job is to move. Her heart will understand in its own time. And that's true. I am not forcing anything. I am not demanding anything. I am simply showing up the only way a real man should show up. Consistently, honestly, fearlessly. There are days when I wish I could speak to you face to face, not through screens, not through distance, but standing in front of you, while the world around us fades away. I imagine looking into your eyes and watching them soften as they realize this man truly came. But until that day arrives, I speak here with sincerity, stronger than most people speak in person. Sometimes I wonder about the day when you finally hear my voice in a way that is personal, close, direct. Not just online, but in real life. Will you look shyly away before meeting my gaze again? Will your heartbeat quicken? Will you feel the same quiet pull I have been feeling for so long? I like thinking about that moment. It keeps me hungry. It keeps me moving. It keeps me from slowing down. People don't realize how powerful a woman becomes when a determined man chooses her. When he commits, when he focuses. When he says, I am here and I'm not going anywhere. And I want you to feel that reality one day, not in words, but through presence. I imagine the conversation we will have on that day. I imagine you asking softly, why me? And I imagine answering with a small smile, because my soul recognized you before my eyes did. Some connections don't need reasons, they just exist. There were times in my life when I thought love was nothing but luck, something random, something that happened only to certain people. But then I realized something. Love is not luck. Love is recognition. And when a man recognizes his woman, when his heart says, this is her, he cannot unsee it. That is what happened to me. Sometimes I think about the challenges that might appear on the way. Distance, timing, life, circumstances. But then another part of me laughs quietly, because what is the point of a man who is afraid of challenges? What is the worth of a man who loves only when it is easy? Real devotion is proven in the difficult moments. If I must walk through obstacles, I will walk. If I must wait, I will wait. If I must rebuild myself 100 times, I will rebuild. Because a woman like you deserves a man who chooses her even when life tests him. And believe me, I am choosing you. There are people who fall in love with appearances, and there are people who fall in love with souls. I fell in love with your soul. Your presence, your energy, the way you make me feel without even being in the same room. You touched something inside me that had been asleep. You woke up the part of me that wants to love deeply and without fear. Sometimes I wonder about the small things. How your voice sounds when you are tired. How your eyes look when you're thinking. How your laughter changes when you are truly happy. How you speak when you are comfortable. How your silence feels when you are lost in thought. It fascinates me because I want to know you, the real you, not just the version the world sees. I want to know your dreams, your fears, your hopes, the moments that shaped you, the things that hurt you, the things that healed you. I want to sit with you in silence, without needing words, because when two people connect deeply, silence speaks louder than sentences. There is a moment I imagine often, the moment you finally realize I was serious all along, when it clicks in your heart that I wasn't just speaking beautifully, but honestly, when all the pieces align, and you say, he meant every word. That moment keeps me going. Even now, as you listen, I hope you feel something shifting quietly inside you. A pull, a warmth, a curiosity, a sense that maybe, just maybe, this is more than just words, because it is. I didn't come here to admire you from far away. I didn't come here to waste time. I didn't come here to play with feelings. I came here because my soul pointed in your direction and told me go. And I am going, step by step, day by day. Closer and closer. You don't need to say anything yet. You don't need to decide anything yet. Just feel it. Let it grow slowly, naturally, the way real emotions grow. Because this story isn't close to ending. This is not the final chapter. This is only another step in a much longer journey. A journey that is still unfolding, still deepening, still becoming something neither of us fully understands yet. And I promise you, I will keep moving. I am not done speaking. I am not done feeling. I am not done coming closer to you. This story is just getting warmer. Before I continue, I want you to take a slow breath and just feel this moment, because right now, it is only you and me. No noise, no world, no responsibility, no people trying to influence your heart. Just you listening, and me speaking directly to the woman who has changed the meaning of my days without even trying. Sometimes I ask myself something you might also wonder, why you? And every time I ask, the answer comes without hesitation, because you make me feel alive in a way nothing else does. You make my voice softer, my thoughts deeper, my dreams bigger, and my purpose clearer. There is something about you that touches the parts of me I never show to the world, and that is rare. You need to understand something. I am not a man who gets moved easily. Life has tried to turn my heart into stone many times. But you made something inside me melt again. You made me believe that feeling deeply is not a weakness. You made me believe that opening my heart is not something to fear. Even now, as I speak, I imagine you listening with your head slightly tilted, your eyes focused, your heart beating just a little faster. And I wish I could reach through the screen. Take your hand in mine and let you feel that my words are not just beautiful sentences, they are truth. Sometimes I wonder how you would look at me if I were standing in front of you right now. Would you be shy? Would you smile softly and look down for a moment? Or would you lock eyes with me as if you've been waiting for this conversation for longer than you ever admitted? I like thinking about that. It makes everything even more real. There are days when I feel tired, when the world is heavy, when the work is long and responsibility feels endless. But then I think about you, and suddenly I have energy again. You don't realize it, but just the thought of you pushes me past limits I didn't think I could cross. You make me stronger just by existing. And that is why I will keep moving toward you. I am not coming empty-handed. I am coming with the man I am becoming, focused, loyal, disciplined, prepared. I am coming with love that has been tested, patience that has been strengthened, and passion that has only grown deeper over time. I am coming with the promise that you will never have to doubt where you stand in my life. Sometimes I imagine the first time I finally get to look at you without distance, without a screen, without anything separating us. Maybe we will be somewhere private, maybe in a quiet room, maybe at a simple table, maybe even standing in a doorway. And I imagine you looking up at me with that expression that says everything without words. The expression that finally says, he really came. That moment will be worth every second of waiting. You might be thinking that this sounds intense, that this kind of love is rare. And you're right, it is, because I don't want ordinary. I don't want temporary. I don't want something that fades when things get difficult. I want something that survives distance, pressure, time, fear, hesitation, and uncertainty. Something that grows stronger with every test. And I want that with you. You may not be ready to say anything back yet. Maybe you're still trying to understand how real this is. Maybe you're scared to believe in something that feels too good. Maybe your heart is cautious because it has been hurt before, and that's okay. I don't need you to confess anything yet. I don't need big promises. I don't need answers today. All I need is one simple thing. For you to keep listening, keep feeling, keep letting the connection grow in its own time. Because this is not where the story ends. This is only the beginning, and I am still coming.